Hello everyone, it's Marie and today I'm filming my 7-month digital nomad update video. And actually this update is very overdue. I look back and I realise my last update, my 6-month update, was done in Brighton and that was about 6 weeks ago. So I think this definitely is kind of a middle way between the 7-month and the 8-month of my digital nomad journey, but I'm still going to go with it being the 7-month update, so yeah, sorry about that. It's just this month has been really crazy. We've been travelling so fast, seeing so many different places, doing so many different things, and honestly it's taken our travel and our digital nomad lifestyle to a whole new level, and everything's just kind of fitting together now. We're getting more confident, more comfortable, and we're just learning how to travel faster, how to slot every destination in with each other back to back, and how to make it work. It's going so good. So I've got so much to talk about, and honestly I feel like we're kind of figuring out all these travel hacks these days, and we're just learning more and more how to do it and how to make it work. And honestly I feel like we've kind of got it now. Like when we first went off to Budapest, and you know, when I look back at my digital nomad updates from a few months ago, I realised that we really didn't know what we were doing at all. I was only just figuring out how to work online, and then when we went to Budapest and we spent like 4 weeks there and didn't know where to go after that, so we just booked an extra 3 weeks there because we didn't know where to go. And obviously we were trying to stick to the lowest cost locations because we couldn't afford to go to like really expensive locations and stuff, so we were kind of we didn't know what we were doing at all, and everything was a bit slower back then. And there's still a lot for us to learn, but I just feel like we've learned so much in the last 8 weeks really, so I'm just going to talk about it all today. And yeah, so the first thing I want to talk about is house sitting, because if you've been watching my videos and vlogs, you'll know that house sitting has changed our life. So the last update was in Brighton when we did our first house sit with trusted house sitters, and we took care of 2 dogs, 2 Labradors on a boat, and it was awesome. Then we flew straight to Granada, Spain the day after Brighton, and we took care of 3 beautiful cats and a dog. We spent 3 weeks swimming in waterfalls, hiking in mountains and trails, and going on long walks with the dog, and we visited the city of Granada a few times, and we just had an amazing few weeks in Spain. It was wonderful, the weather was amazing, and it was just awesome and we loved it. Then straight from Spain we took the Alsa to Madrid and spent the day in Madrid. And then we flew out to Toulouse at 6 AM in the morning, and we arrived here about 8 AM the next day after Granada, and then we got picked up back from the airport by the lady that we're house sitting for now, and then we started our house sit in Toulouse. We've been in Toulouse for about 2 weeks. We leave in 2 days. Toulouse has just been awesome, although it's gone really fast. But we're taking care of 2 beautiful dogs here. They are probably the best behaved dogs we've had yet. They're lovely. So yeah, we've just been having a really good time here, and house sitting has just really changed our lives because we've managed to go from having to kind of choose where we stay in terms of what we can afford to literally being able to go anywhere, because when you house sit you get free accommodation in exchange for taking care of animals. So in my opinion it's the best of both worlds, because me and Andy love animals, we have experience with animals, and we need free places to stay because we don't have a lot of money. So it's a really good kind of exchange. You know, you help the owners out, the owners help you out. It's a nice way for me to work from home because, you know, I can stay in someone's home, so I know I'll have a kitchen to, you know, so we can cook food. Usually they have good internet. You know, you have the home to yourself when you house sit, so you basically just get comfortable, especially if you're house sitting for 2 to 3 weeks like we have been. And obviously when I look back, we had no clue where to go and how to slot in each location after the other. Back in Budapest we just didn't know where to go after that. We couldn't figure out where to go and what country to go to next, but with house sitting you kind of just go with the house sit that comes up, so it's a really good way of deciding where you go, and it keeps that element of surprise in too. So usually I apply for like 10 house sits for the dates we want, and then we'll go with whichever one we get accepted for, and then wherever we go ends up being where we get accepted. So that's a really cool thing. It kind of keeps us kind of not knowing for certain what's happening next, so that's really good. So I'll quickly go over the plans we have for the following month. So lots of house sitting again, so we've gotten really lucky. We've managed to get it so that we finish one house sit and then we fly the next day to the next house sit, so we've managed to slot them one after each other. So what we're doing now is, after Toulouse we are taking the train down to Paris, and we're going to spend a couple of nights in Paris. Me and Andy have never been to Paris, so that's going to be cool. And then we are heading down to Heidelberg, Germany, where we're going to be house sitting for about 9 days, and we're going to be taking care of 2 dogs. After the house sit in Heidelberg, we'll be going down to Berlin for a week. We have really by chance found a house sit in Berlin that is the exact days we're going to Berlin. Like, we haven't booked our accommodation in Berlin yet, and I found the exact dates in Berlin for a house sit of a cat that we were going to Berlin for. Like, the exact dates. Like, it's so weird. Like, the exact week we are going to Berlin, down to the exact days we found a house sit. So I've applied for it. So if we get that house sit in Berlin, in the exact days we were planning on being there anyway, that would be just like, I don't even know, that's some crazy level of law of attraction right there, if that works. And then we have a week in Hamburg, Germany, house sitting again for a cat. So yeah, and that'll be for about a week and a half. So basically we've got a month in Germany coming up, which is going to be awesome. And after Germany, I've applied for a place in Brussels, so we'll see if that works out or not. So yeah, basically house sitting has changed our lives. We've managed to get it so that we get house sits back to back. And we're basically getting free accommodation in exchange for taking care of animals. It's a good way for me to work from home, and overall it's the best way to travel in my opinion. It's awesome. So yeah, we've just kind of gotten travel down now. We've gotten learning how to go from location to location. We've learned how to do it, and it's really working out. So that's going really good. So moving on from house sitting a little bit, let's just talk about work. So yeah, I've recently been offered a new teaching position with the company I work for. So I've just been offered a place on a new program, which is working as a group lesson teacher with 5-1 Talk, so that's pretty cool. It means my pay goes up from $10 an hour to $18 an hour, so that's all good. It's like pretty much doubled my income. I don't think the group lessons are as frequent as the regular lessons, so I won't be getting them all the time. So I'll only be getting this double income of like maybe 2 or 3 hours a day versus like normally I work for like 6 or 7 hours a day. So maybe for 2 or 3 hours out of my day I'll be getting double income for those classes. So that's pretty cool. So it's definitely a little bit of progression in terms of teaching. In terms of becoming a freelancer, finding out what niche I want to do, to be honest, I'm trying to just stop stressing so much about being perfect, getting a career going. I'm trying just to kind of relax and see what I get interested in. I'm trying to not force things to happen and force myself to make a career out of something that I'm just not passionate about. So right now I'm earning about $1,000 a month, which is enough money to pay for our travel and our food and any extra accommodation we might have, and it's fine. So overall, income is good. Like, when you compare our income to our expenses, I'm earning enough money, so we're fine. We're earning enough to cover our travel, our basic travel needs. I'm not earning an absolute ton, and also one kind of issue is that I get paid in US dollars, and then it has to get converted to Great British Pound, and then it gets to get converted to whatever we're using in the other country. So my money gets converted twice, and through that comes conversion fees, and then when you consider exchange rate from, say, British Pound to the Euro, I actually get about £200, maybe £250 a month taken out of my wages, and also the pound has lost about 25% of its value in the last few months. So I'm really not getting as much for my money now as I used to. So although I'm earning $1,000 a month, sometimes I'm only getting into my bank account about £650, £700 at the most a month. So my income has definitely dropped tremendously since the pound's lost its value, and just due to conversion fees. So I'm definitely trying to figure out how to get that sorted. Like, I mean, I've ordered myself I think it's called Revolut bank card, where I can kind of exchange money easier with less fees and draw out money with no ATM fees or something. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I opened myself up an account with TransferWise, so hopefully that will kind of help me out in some ways as well. So I've definitely been looking up how to transfer money easier and how to, you know, pay less fees and all that kind of stuff. So that's definitely something that I've put a lot of focus into this month, because I'm losing out like 25-30% of my income to conversion fees and exchange rate, and it's just not good. So I'm trying my hardest to get, ideally I would have my money go straight from dollars to euro rather than dollars, pounds, euro. So if anyone has any idea how I can literally be paid in dollars and then have it transferred straight from dollar to euro versus dollars, pounds, euros, let me know. Because basically what's happening is I get paid to PayPal, so I get paid PayPal to dollars, and then it goes from my PayPal into my bank account into pounds, and then it goes from pounds to whatever I'm drawing out in the country, which is usually euro. Right now it's a bit of a mess, so if anyone knows how I can possibly go straight from US dollars in PayPal to euros, that would be awesome because I'm struggling with that right now. But as a whole, my income is definitely going up a little bit in terms of my teaching position, and in terms of finding an online like freelancer niche, finding some sort of work that I want to do online that's not teaching. Right now I'm not forcing it and I'm not pushing it, because when I first started doing this digital nomad thing, I was pushing, you know, really hard to try and find my niche, find, you know, like virtual assistant jobs or just jobs that would work for me as a freelancer. And truthfully, I don't want to force myself to do something I'm not passionate about, and that's basically what I've been doing. I've been trying to force myself to find something that I can earn money online doing, and truthfully I want to wait until I found the thing I really want to do and really love doing. Right now I'm working online as a teacher and it's bringing me in enough money to cover my expenses, and that's all I need to really do until I can find that thing that I really want to take to the next level in terms of pushing up my career and trying to find something for myself as an actual freelancer. So that's something I'm working towards and trying to figure out. So I've been reading a lot of books. I definitely think that I will work maybe as like, I honestly believe that I will never have a proper digital nomad job, but I'll always work for myself. So I really would like to maybe become a therapist. So I'm thinking I'd love to maybe become like a massage therapist, or maybe even work with like hypnotherapy, maybe even psychology. I'm not really sure, but I just feel like I would really like to work more as like a life coach or a therapist, work with massage therapy and maybe even Reiki. That would be cool. So I'm trying to look into kind of skills that I can learn, courses that I can do, and it's really cool that I'm traveling because I'm going to get to do lots of courses all around the world. Like, I can just find things from around the world and kind of figure out what I want to do and what I enjoy. So I'm trying to just explore different kind of career paths and different things that I'm going to want to do, because the truth is we're not going to be digital nomads forever, and when we do settle down and find a base again, it would be really nice to have some sort of career that I can build up. And I honestly believe being a therapist or something is something that I could do from a base and have my own therapy room and stuff in my house, but at the same time it's definitely something I could travel with too. So I could go to other countries doing workshops and events and festivals, and you can travel to people to give them therapy and stuff. So I think it's a really good thing I could get into. So I'm just kind of trying to figure out what I actually want to get into, what I want to do and focus my time and energy into. I'm not going to just spend hours every day trying to be a VA or trying to find, you know, a video editing job when it's something I'm not passionate about. So yeah, I'm just looking into and exploring different things that I may enjoy doing as a long-term career, because I don't want to just force myself to do something I don't really like. Another thing is I'm trying my hardest to focus on passive income these days. So I've been trying to work on things like affiliate programs. For example, little things like Airbnb. So for example, I have a link down there where you can sign up to Airbnb and it gives you some travel credit and it gives me some travel credit, things like that. So I'm gaining like travel credit from things. Same with my online teaching, I have an affiliate link which I always link in my videos. Through that, actually a few people have been recruited who have been referred through me, and I get money from my teaching company for people who get recruited using my link. And other things like YouTube, for example. I'm trying my hardest to work on my YouTube channel, get that growing a little bit so that I can start bringing in some passive income from that too. So I'm definitely trying to kind of figure out how to get the passive income going, because that's one area that I'm kind of lacking. So that's something I'm trying to learn more about these days and kind of work on. Last thing I want to talk about is some pretty exciting plans for finding a bit more of a base for the next few months. So as you know, right from the beginning, me and Andy said we were going to be moving to Amsterdam, and the reason for that is because Andy, and we've said this right from the start, right from when I first started making my videos, we've said that Andy was less interested in becoming a digital nomad than me. So it's always kind of been a dream of mine to be nomadic and all that kind of stuff. Andy has a huge passion for travel. He loves to see different countries, but Andy likes to have a base. I don't really think Andy loves the digital nomad / minimalist lifestyle as much as I love it, so I'd be happy to live out of a suitcase and work online for like 3 or 4 years. Andy, on the other hand, he likes to have a base. He likes to have a place that's his own. He likes to have a proper job. So Andy has tried really hard in the last 6 months to kind of find himself an online job, and he's been learning a lot of code and web design, which I think he's still going to continue doing. But I think Andy would really like to have a proper job, a job where he can kind of be rooted for at least 4, 5, 6 months, maybe even a year, and feel like he has a home, a place to call home, make community, and have a base where he can travel from. So I think we're definitely going to end up having to do that at some point, because honestly it's been really stressful for the two of us, because you know, Andy's just not super happy. He's happy travelling and he's having a good time, but he's not happy not having a home or a base. And I think he kind of feels that little bit of like, I just think he feels a bit empty or something not having a home right now. So I think that we're definitely still going to continue being nomadic for the next month or two, but we're now looking into settling down at least for the Christmas period and just finding somewhere to call home for a while. So once again, we're still looking at Amsterdam, but it is very expensive. But once again, as you know, Andy will be getting a job in Amsterdam, and I probably would too, so the expense wouldn't be a problem because we'd both be working full time, so we could easily afford a place. But we've also been looking into Berlin, so if there's a chance Andy could get a job in Berlin where he can just work full time there, we'll definitely consider Berlin because it's a lot cheaper. And then if we're in Berlin, I could continue working freelance as a teacher. So Berlin would definitely work out for the two of us, and it's a lot cheaper than Amsterdam. So we're just kind of looking into a place that we could base down in for a while. It may not be for that long, but just so that Andy can kind of figure out what he wants to do, and I think it would be nice just to have a little base abroad for a short amount of time. So yeah, that's kind of what we're planning to do right now. Doesn't mean we're going to stop travelling or stop being nomadic. We're still going to have that, but I think, as you know, we've always been longer term travellers, and recently it's been really speeding up and going fast, which has been awesome. But I think, especially Andy, he wants a bit more of a base and he wants slower paced travel. So yeah, that's what we're definitely going to be doing in the next few months, probably before Christmas. It would be nice to spend Christmas in our own place. I don't want to say anything yet, and I don't want to set anything in stone because, as you know, I always say things and they never happen. Like, we're moving to Amsterdam and then we didn't, and we're going to Prague and then it just didn't work out. So these days I don't say anything, like, and if I do say it, I am very honest that it's probably not going to happen because I've learned that making plans just doesn't work. So I just kind of let life happen these days, and I've just learned to kind of go with the flow, keep open to opportunities, say yes to everything, and just have fun and not stress out too much about things going right, because that's the whole point in travel. You've just got to see what happens. Yeah, I've definitely just been kind of enjoying seeing what happens and seeing what houses we get and seeing where we end up. It's definitely been an exciting few months. We never really know what we're doing next. We didn't have any of Germany planned until about 4 days ago, so within 4 days suddenly we've got a month in Germany planned. So things just map out like that these days in our life, and honestly, we never know what we're doing from one week to the next. So yeah, I feel like I've just given you a ton of information, and honestly, I feel like the last few weeks have really just been a bit crazy and fast. It's taken our just travel and nomadic lifestyle to a whole new level the last few months. Everything's just been so crazy and fast, and we've not had a lot of time to really think or settle down or relax. So it's going to be nice to kind of get a base within the next couple months, but at the same time we're super excited about Germany next month. That's going to be so much fun. If you guys know anything about working in Berlin without knowing German, let us know, because that's the only thing putting us off. We're not sure if we can find jobs in Berlin without knowing any German, so let me know if you think that's a possibility. I'm sure there's some sort of English speaking jobs in Berlin that Andy can find, so yeah, let us know if you know of any kind of English speaking jobs that you can do in Berlin. I don't think Andy's interested in being a teacher, so that's out the window, but he has a lot of retail experience, so maybe retail or call centre work or something, or warehouse work, I'm not sure, but let us know if you know of anything at all. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Oh, last thing I need to talk about. I got a Mac! I got a MacBook! Yeah, just wanted to throw that in there. I got my first ever Apple Mac, which is pretty exciting. I bought it in France, in Toulouse, and that was pretty cool. So yeah, editing videos on a Mac is so much easier than editing on a broken old Windows laptop. Just so you know. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. So if you did enjoy this video, give me a thumbs up, like the video, and please subscribe to my channel. I make videos twice a week, sometimes 3 times a week, with different travel vlogs, talking about working online, becoming a digital nomad, just nomadic lifestyle in general, minimalism. So if that sounds like anything you would be interested in, definitely follow the journey, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.